Hey everyone, Terrace here. Okay, so today we're going to talk about credit scores. What do you need to do to focus on building up your credit score, and what's just a really good rule of thumb when it comes to reviewing your credit score and just doing whatever you can to make sure that your credit score is high. You don't want a low credit score. I don't care what anyone says online. I don't care if there's rumors or talks on a low credit score will give you more options. No. You want your credit score as high as possible. Step one is definitely look at it. Right, there's a lot of really great apps, but at least once a month, sit down, look at your FICO score, see where it's at. A lot of psychologists and people like to say, hey, step one to fixing a problem is recognizing there is a problem. Step two is, okay, you know what your credit score is, and now what's the why behind my FICO score? Let's say you never filed for bankruptcy. Let's say you don't have any delinquencies on your account, meaning you did not make any late payments and you're making your payments on time. Right? A question that I like to ask is, how many open accounts or credit cards or open accounts do you have? An account could be a credit card, it could be a car loan, it could be a mortgage. How many accounts do you have? Specifically with credit cards, I like to say the best number of credit cards to have is 3. There's no reason to have more than 3 credit cards. If you're ever looking to acquire a big loan, or you need to prove that your credit score is good and you've made on-time payments, investors want to see that you have up to 3 trade lines. And I know that a mortgage could be a trade line and a car loan could be a trade line, but mortgages get sold and paid off. Car loans get sold off and paid off, and you flip cars. But credit cards, usually people keep those credit cards for a very long time. And the length of time in history when it comes to how long you have a certain trade line plays a very big role and impact. 3 trade lines is usually what's required by most investors. I haven't seen that number go up or down in over a decade. And I don't think that number is going to change anytime soon. Let's say you have 6 cards, 7 cards, 9 credit cards. What do you do? Well, don't just go and cancel, right? Don't just go and cancel your credit cards. That's actually going to hurt your credit score. What I would recommend you do is pay off using the snowball effect that Dave Ramsey likes to talk about. Pay off those credit cards up until where you really have no debt. And the cards that you don't want to use, my recommendation is lock them. Meaning lock them online, take the app or call the investor and say, hey, I want to lock these cards so they're not able, so it's not touched. Review and look at them once a month. Make sure there's nobody, that's charging on those cards, but don't use those cards. Just don't touch them. What's going to happen is these creditors are going to say, hey, we have a 2 or 3 or 4,000 limit to this person, and this person hasn't touched their card for 24 months or 36 months. Those investors, they want people to use the money that they're giving them. So what they're going to do is they're going to cancel for you on your behalf. And if you want to reopen it, force you to reapply. Well, your goal is to have 3 cards, right? And let's say you have 6 or 9. You're not going to reapply. Having the investors or the creditors cancel those accounts is not going to hurt your credit score. You canceling them will hurt your credit score. So just set those cards aside and do not open them. Don't touch them. Once you're down to the cards that you like and the cards that you have, another thing that you can do is focus on your utilization ratio. Let's say your credit limit is $1,000. Utilization ratio simply means the amount of money that you're utilizing versus the amount of credit that you have available. So on $1,000 limit, if you keep your utilization ratios under 20%, you don't want to use more than $200. That's going to really help you increase your credit score, is making sure that you don't go above 15-20% of your utilization ratio on all your cards combined. That plays a big role when it comes to building your FICO score. Once you're done with those couple of steps and you're reviewing your credit score every single month and you're looking at your cards online, making sure that there's no extra charges, then really it's length of time of history of you owning these cards. You're showing to the investors that, look, I can borrow money over a course of time and make all my payments on time. Your credit score will go up. If you have massive issues within your credit, meaning multiple delinquencies, if you ever had a bankruptcy, if there's any third-party lien holders that got connected to your credit score and things are a bit more complicated, definitely reach out to a credit repair company. A good company is Blue Water Credit. There's a lot of great companies out there. Full transparency, I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get anything if you use them. Just I've had family that's used them before. I refer them to a couple of my clients. They've done a pretty good job. So finding a decent company that can go out and just help you build your credit score and remove a lot of those delinquencies, because what they're going to do is they're going to go to the 3 credit bureaus and they're going to say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Credit Bureau, what can we do here to get this fixed? And they'll know what they need to do. That's their job. And they will repair, they will fix your credit. And then of course, follow these steps and slowly build your credit score to where you could exceed 800. Hope this helps. If you like this channel, please like, please subscribe. We're going to be talking a lot about finance, business, money, and all that jazz. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.